Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of WorldBox. So, right before I paused, Missouri got attacked, and they're actually about to lose this village to, I think, cold. And so now we're gonna have a giant Pac-Man of a cold nation. So, as soon as I press play, it's about to flip. No? No. What? It was at 98%. Well, there it goes. I was about to say it was like at 98%. Don't make me a liar. So Cold has moved into a strong first. Like, that's no contest. Just absolutely no contest for the continent. And it's split right down the middle. Michigan's really got to play its cards right. They have a large standing army, but you know, so does everybody else. Missouri has been absolutely destroyed. Hold my boots. Yeah, I mean, you're getting just wrecked, my dude. No territorial gains are going to come from this for them. They're just going to lose people and a big old meteor. This is probably the next village to go, if I had to guess. The Cold are probably going to take over what is Louisiana and southern and eastern Texas. Yep, there it goes. Man, they just do not lose. This is the most impressed I've ever been with one single nation. They choose who they want to kill. They don't wait. Granted, they had a little help on this one from Eastern Washington, but it's just kind of insane. They're losing a lot of people to fires, though. Not that it's gonna matter, because you're at 5,000 people. I mean, look at that. They are the Senate right now. Like, they're the big dicks. They're the ones who fuck around here. They've moved into the square only first-rate power, and now we have like one tier 1, one tier 2, and like 4 tier 5s. You know, like, or tier 3s or whatever. There's just no rivaling the Cold. Eastern Washington needed to take over territory before Cold got involved in this war, and they just couldn't get it. And oh my god, and they're expanding even more. Wow, this is just unexpected. Unexpected to see one nation just roll over people like this. They're not losing anybody either. What do you have? You got swords, crossbows, and axes, and like armor, but like what do you have that makes you so much better than everybody else? Like, look at this. Oh, Eastern Washington, are you actually going to gain something out of this war? The only thing that this is the exact opposite of what Eastern Washington needed to have happen. Well, that's one territory for you. But that's just not... You needed to take more territory. Because now, I mean, you have the largest country in the world on your border. You share a complete border with them. And Missouri, I feel so bad for you. This is insane. I don't know why Michigan's still alive. They just have like Eastern then Western Michigan right now. And I mean, you have 56 people in Ypro. You're not going to do shit. Don't know how you're still alive. Oh, that's the Cold sieging that. Wow. And it's just gross. I wish I could give this territory to Eastern Washington, but, are we about to see a Mayan comeback? Maybe. I mean, it's possible. Do Texas and Michigan need to form an alliance and attempt to... Texas, it's a little too late. It's a little too late for that. But as I was saying, they need to form an alliance to maybe start pushing back against the cold, but I don't see it happening, man. The only way that happens if they like declare an alliance and then one person gets all of Eastern Washington while, you know, not having the cold just taking territory. Now we got a great scramble for Missouri right now. That's a lot of combatants. Texas kind of has a little bit of an advantage just based on geography and the fact that they're right there, but the cold are gonna get it anyway. What the fuck? I swear I didn't do this. They're just overpowered. This is the most OP nation I've ever seen. They're sieging down things in seconds. I mean, like, damn. How big is your army? You have 17 out of 8. Damn, 700 people in your army? RIP everybody. And Missouri just couldn't hang. And I like how the Maya are still alive. I mean, who's next? Who is next on the radar for the cold, man? Like, it's gonna be a big war, but I mean, it's just gonna be no competition. Oh, don't tell me. Oh, that's so gross. Don't win that siege. Let the cold get it. Please. Ah, that's so gross. That makes me upset. Eastern Washington got it. Missouri was destroyed in about, like, 21 minutes of, like, recording time. That's nuts. This is some border gore. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. Like, look at this, and then look at this. Look at this. This is the only one that's got contiguous borders, these two, and I mean, these three do. So, who takes out Michigan? Is it going to be the cold? The cold folks? The cold ones? That have been absolutely decimated by lightning recently? Or is it going to be Eastern Washington, which made some territorial gains and attempted to take over what was Missouri, but just was way too slow. Michigan does not have a small army, though, you know. And they're making some territorial gains here, but fuck, dude, I don't know. This seems like it's going to be a bloodbath. What's our 20,000 people? That's a pretty good. We're at year 413. Finland never got started. Pretty upset about that. But I don't know. I don't know what happens next. It's got to be the war for Michigan. It has to be. And the fact that Michigan's still alive and exists is actually pretty incredible. There's actually no reason that they are. I think the cold have just been way too preoccupied. I would like for them to take over Michigan just to get rid of the fucking border gore, but I don't see it happening. So maybe Cuba will actually do something. Do you have boats yet? You have to have boats. Yeah, you've got boats. How big is your army, Cuba? 85 people. You have 85 out of 75, so you have actually overextended your army. The Mayans are still alive somehow. I mean, do you even risk declaring war on cold, or you just wait until they come for you? You could dread it, you could run from it, but the cold destroying you is inevitable. I want this war to happen naturally. We're in like a weird stalemate right now. This is like Europe between 1870, whatever the German Unification War was, and World War I, 1878, I think. Something like that. It's late 1800s. So somebody's fighting somebody. And between that and World War One, and that's when there's just no wars go on. People were just arming up like crazy, and then it just popped off between, you know, France and Germany and Russia and the UK and all that. So we'll see what happens. Who's fighting? So there hasn't been any big world events recently. That's good. I don't want to do the spite thing because it makes them declare war on everybody, and I want it to happen naturally. What's your relations looking like? You don't care about Cuba, you don't mind the Maya, you don't like Texas, you don't like Eastern Washington, you don't like Michigan. How do you feel about everybody? Oh, you really like Eastern Washington. Huh. All right, Michigan. I mean, if you do that, what's your army like? 250. 800? 999. Holy shit. I mean, Eastern Washington and Michigan, if they combine arms, they might be able to take out the cold, but as you've seen, they just roll over people. You would need everybody in the world to just coalition cold right now. This is like, they need a coalition style, like, get rid of Napoleon's shit. Like, this is insane. Insane in the membrane. All right, you've got literally 45 seconds to declare a war. Otherwise, Jaboy is gonna make it happen for you. And we're gonna put the cold on the warpath just to see what happens. We're only sitting at 3x as well. We could pop it up to 5x and see if it's gonna tank my FPS, but that's fine. All right. Come on. Come on, Eastern Washington. Commit suicide. You know you want to. Oh, you don't like Michigan. You actually have better relations with cold than you do with Michigan. King of Cuba's dead. It doesn't matter. Cuba is such a irrelevant country in this game. All right, well, sorry. Cold has declared war on the Mayan, and Cold has declared war on Michigan. Okay. It had to be done. You know, if I remember correctly, Michigan had a pretty big army, but they won't for long. They're just getting pincered here. You got people coming in from Toronto, people coming in from Wisconsin. You got people coming in. Oh my god, they've got so many armies. They're just getting wrecked. What's gonna go first? I think the actual like capital is gonna go. They just have to basically decide when they want to go in, and then the Maya are at war down here. But I mean, they're not gonna do anything. If they do, that'd be the biggest upset I've ever seen. Period. It's like insane. Just not. It's not gonna happen. It can't happen. It's just not possible. No, I thought Michigan lost a territory already, but they're halfway through that siege. Ooh, Michigan is just getting rolled over. They just took him over like it was nothing. Holy shit. I mean, come on. Has this ever happened before? Like, not in my games. And, I mean, this is just... Look at that blob. Look at this blob. It's like the USSR. Just swallowing up nations like they don't give a frick. And RIP Michigan. You lived for so long, but spite decided... I decided that it was your time to die. Can anybody do anything about this? How does Eastern Washington feel about cold now? Really likes them. How do you feel about Eastern Washington? Doesn't like them. You have 20 out of 8. Well, I guess that kind of breaks that theory. I guess you can have as many polities as you want. I'm kind of curious if they take over the entire world, like the entire continent, if I can make it so they blow up by inciting a rebellion. I wonder how many rebellions you could incite from them alone. Oh, here. Look at this stream. Oh my god. How many people do you have in your army? 1,000? Oh boy. The Maya. I'm so sorry. They have, their army is 10 times the size of your entire population. Yeah. That is a lot of people. And Texas is just being used as a staging area. And if they say like, hey, please don't do that, I'm sure that they're just gonna die. And they have 1, 2, 3, 4 armies, a 5th on their way. The Maya have been destroyed. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay. Well, Cuba, you're not at war with anybody, are you? No, you're not. Okay. There's just a lot of people in, wherever this is. Florida. That's Florida. There's a lot of people in Florida that are probably, I mean, yeah. Well, I want this border corp cleaned up a little bit. Jesus Christ. Well, there's only one thing to do now. Eastern Washington has declared war on Cuba and declared war on Don't Mess. That's actually preferable. I feel bad for Cuba, but I want that to happen. I want that to go that way, so then we could have Eastern Washington attempt to break up the cold a little bit. But oh, don't mess with Texas. Hey, you don't fuck with Texas. That is a large army going. It kind of getting dispersed a bit. There's no way. There's no way Texas wins this, right? Right? They just have to concentrate their forces, right? That's the only way that they don't win this. Or, you know, Texas could get some. They have a lot of people kicking around right now. They have a lot of people. And it kind of looks like, oh, no, okay. So we got the entirety of they might just swap territories here. Cuz you have 90 and you have 668. So it looks like Texas is about to lose their capital. Southern California is currently being kind of raided right now, but they're not being sieged. Surprising. I mean, that's, you know, 1,000 people is not something to laugh at, really. It's still a pretty big group, but I mean, the largest nation in the world has a larger army than that. But we'll see what happens. And, you know, the cold are ever the opportunists, so they might jump in on Texas as well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I like how I've declared war twice and nobody's declared has declared war on the cold. They're just like, fuck that. That is whack as shit. How are we looking at army size? 667 and 45. So half the army for Texas has been murdered. And Eastern Washington has decided to grow their army. That's always a good sign when your army gets larger throughout the war. They have a lot of people sitting in the capital of Texas right now. I don't know why they're not taking it over. So it'll happen. It's gonna happen. I mean, this is a foregone conclusion. I think that the AI is just being bad, or there's something funky going on. I mean, they just need to find out where the capital is, which might be there, might be there, might be there. There's a tornado somewhere. Oh, it's just destroying. They don't, you know, they could use all the natural disasters. How do I want to kill everybody this time, though? That's what I'm trying to think of. Come on, Eastern Washington. Finish him off. Finish him off. You have to. You can't lose this war. You've pushed them out of your territory pretty efficiently here. They're just not sieging them. And these guys are only growing in population, which is pretty scary. We got one pretty big army coming in. That might be the siege group. That might be the siege. What? Oh shit. Where was that? Was I just looking straight at it? Nope, in the middle of the ocean. And Texas is losing territory to the lightning strikes. Oh, there it goes. There goes the capital. This is over. Yep. There's the original capital, and they're just going to run away like conquering victors, but they might go straight into west coast of Mexico, and come on, continue that siege. There it goes. Okay. There it is. And Texas has been messed with and is officially probably dead. Next episode is I'm going to start the war between these two. We'll let Eastern Washington rebuild its army. It's going to be just there's absolutely no way. The cold don't lose at all. Ooh, shit. I actually got to pack my stuff pretty soon here. Damn. I'm sorry I had to do it to you like that, Texas, but I was getting bored and nobody was declaring war on each other. We'll let Eastern Washington rebuild its forces a little bit. What are you at in terms of... You're level 27, and you're level 30... Eastern Washington might actually have a chance. I mean, if they're significantly higher in cultural ideas, technological advancements, they might have a chance. But who knows? I'll probably end this episode once this siege ends up finishing up. Texas gets finished, and then we'll save the Great War between the two major powers on the continent for the next episode. And here it goes. R.I.P. Texas. You never stood a chance. And Texas has been destroyed. So here's the current map. It's just a bunch of pink. You have 900 people. You have a 500 army disadvantage, but the cold has some territory that might be difficult for them to defend. And Cuba's just chilling. I don't think Cuba's gonna ever get attacked. I don't know if the AI is advanced enough to organize landing parties. But you know, Cuba's got 90 people. Oh well, here we go. Here we go. That is a large arm. Are you guys going on boats? Okay, you're going on this boat. Oh my god. Well, Cuba. Did that just kill half your army? No, it didn't. In fact, it made it bigger somehow. Well, Cuba, it was nice knowing you. Look at this. Oh, and the army just got smited. What? How does that happen? Dude, I don't know if they're going to be able to take this. Their army got wrecked from that lightning bolt. That was really unfortunate. Well, they got onto the land somehow. It must be shallow enough for them to be able to swim across. You just got to land another. Well, the first invasion was definitely aided by God. That was pretty nutty. Let's see if they do another invasion force. I don't think they will, considering a good percentage of their army is just chilling on this little piece of land, which I sure has a name. But that was pretty unfortunate. That field when you try to navally invade somebody and you get hit by lightning. And God's just like, no. You must be a fishing boat. Do you have... You've got a lot of people hanging out on the coasts. Oh, and these guys are getting shot at. This is like Normandy level shit going on right here. Oh, hey, another invasion force? How many people do you got? 99. That is a large invasion force. Where are you gonna dock? There we go. And yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just watch Cuba die. They might just end up killing everybody. Like, not even attempting to siege us down. Oh, I guess they are. I thought for sure they were just gonna pillage the entire place, but R.I.P. Cuba, man. Are you going to push in? Or are you waiting for your forces to reorganize here? Look at all these armies just chilling. If I made the Cold and Eastern Washington declare war on each other, this would be a massacre. They'd actually probably be in Eastern Washington's advantage. Because they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 armies here. And Cuba is on fire again. Well, come on, just take them over. Another army coming in. Yep, another 91. And there it is. There's another invasion force right there. Come on, just take them over. Just do it. Is this the Cuban army or is that the... No, okay, that's the Washingtonian army. Someone's just descended into madness. Just do it. Just invade. Come on. How many people are you gonna put on this continent or this island? Oh my god, they have their entire army there pretty much. R.I.P. Cuba. That sucks. All right, now we're down to 2 people. We got Eastern Washington sitting at 5,700 people. And then you got the Cold, which are just the current first tier power at 8,300, 3.5. Army size is 954 versus 1,400. And level 38 tech versus level 29 tech. So we have to give Washington a fair shake. And let them get their forces off of Cuba because they've got like 18 armies over there. So I hope you enjoyed. The next episode is going to be nuts. It's going to probably be the last episode of the US Battle Royale, but we'll see how it goes. I think Eastern Washington is going to get wrecked. Put your takes in the comment below and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you think is going to happen. Because I think this is going to be just a absolute shit show. For Eastern Washington. I bet that they just lose everything. I bet they lose all their Mexican possessions really quickly. And then the Cold also sweeps in from Canada. I mean, they're pretty well maintained. How do they feel about each other? The Eastern Washington really likes them, and the Cold really don't. So, and they're militaristic, and they're both militaristic with really long reigning. That king's been reigning for 215 years. How? Okay. Well, that was cool. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.